Elsie said, I can show this to any promoter to reassure them that I'm not racist. Which I'm not joking. That's surely going to raise more questions than it answers. That's like a babysitter and having a certificate saying they're definitely not a paedophile.
And welcome back to yet another episode of...
Move into the middle of the screen.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Is that the middle?
Does it look like the fucking middle?
My mic's not in the middle.
Well, move it.
Nico's not even here.
So come a bit closer is what I'm saying.
All right. Is this in the middle?
That's in the middle.
And welcome to another episode of your friendly, fabulous three-speech podcast. As ever, I am the mad lad of Jihad. I'm joined by Mr. Hate Speech himself.
Hello, how's it going?
Can you move in the middle?
Zip zap. God, do I need to be in the middle as well? Jesus fucking. Oh, the mic won't stretch.
Okay,
it's like doing Portsmouth jonglers. It's fine. People won't mind.
I mind.
People won't mind.
Nico will mind.
Yeah, that's even better. So let's keep it slightly off kilter. I think we're overestimating the fact that Nico will listen to this.
Yeah, true.
I listened to this podcast by accident the other day, and I actually thought it was quite good.
Yeah,
entertaining. I was laughing at stuff, and it was stuff I'd already heard because I'm actually in the podcast.
That is true.
I actually. Let us know, do you watch the podcast or do you listen to the podcast? Because I listened to the podcast when I was driving to a gig. I was fully expecting it to be dog shit.
Yeah.
It was genuinely really good. I listened to like the few episodes around Christmas time.
How are people going to let us know?
Let us know via either YouTube.
Which means they're probably going to be watching it
on YouTube. All right, well, let us know via the medium of Twitter, Instagram, WhatsApp.
Email.
Actually, we do have an email, but we've lost the password to log into it. So, anyway, it's been a mad week. How can they let us know?
I don't care.
We're giving them enough options. They probably know. We should probably tell them there's going to be some juicy stuff coming up in the pod. We've got my feud of the week. Also, I'm deaf in one ear. I've possibly got an ear infection. So we've got this. Darius has got a tool from China that's got a camera on it and a little spoon for scooping out your earwax.
So hang on.
So I'm going to stick that in my ear.
You guys are very, very anti-China and overreach of stuff. You're not anti sort of people sort of tracking you, but you're literally going to put a probe from China into your head.
Yeah,
and we're going to use the app.
And it's got an app. That's why. But you downloaded it on your phone.
It onto my phone. I realised it was from China.
Track you, Mooch. Yeah.
They're literally going to see the inside of your brain.
Did you see that video this week of everyone screaming in Shanghai from their apartment buildings?
Yeah, this is nuts.
They were all users of the B-Bird.
Why were they
There was a
screaming?
drone. So Shanghai's gone into a crazy, savage lockdown because China's got this zero COVID policy, even though COVID isn't a thing anymore. And they had drones flying around telling people to stay in their houses. And the message from the drone was like basically it was really Orwellian. I can't remember exactly.
You've not
what
seen
it
the
said.
video?
No.
Google the video. So the video is basically everyone's just one person started screaming out of a tower block, and everyone started screaming. They've been locked in for like days and days. They can't even go to the supermarket. People are literally dying in their
looting. People will be going and smashing up the supermarket and looting, which doesn't happen often in China.
Well, they're taking their kids away and they're killing their pets.
Yeah,
So-
oh man, they stamped some guy in a hazmat suit, like stamped on a dog.
Yeah.
He stamped on a dog.
And then he ate it. That's racist because it's
funny.
Koreans anyway.
It's funny because it's. I'm pretty.
No,
man,
they have
bats.
a dog. They have a dog eating festival in China, I think, as well.
So it wasn't even racist. It was fact.
Well, it's racist to say that all Asian people eat dogs.
I didn't. I said the guy in the hazmat suit ate dogs.
Yeah.
Definitely racist because it's about.
I did mean it in a racist way, though.
Yeah,
So,
and that's why we liked it.
yeah, that was.
But yeah, there's a drone.
Well, this is it.
Oh yeah,
What's he saying?
this is real screaming.
He's saying, "Shut up! I'm trying to go to sleep."
Everyone's screaming.
This dog is fantastic.
I like how I'm the least racist person on the podcast.
We're both a bit brown, so we can't be.
I opened last week's podcast with Nico's not here, but we've got someone whiter and better.
Well, both facts.
Yeah. Oh, well, there you go.
I'm not saying all white people are better, but I believe that Dominic is better than. This is crazy. This.
So if you're listening to this, it's basically.
But is this not just the same as, when you're in like the Blackwall Tunnel and someone goes beep, 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 and then all the cars start doing it?
No, this is people screaming because they're starving and they're not allowed out of their houses because they're in savage lockdown.
I know some Chinese people and they're quite loud when they have a natter. maybe they're just having a bit of a powwow. This is kind of the time when, they're having their evening chat.
The Chinese government sent drones round. You know what the drone said? Had a voice coming out the drone. This flew up to people's houses. Said, please comply with COVID restrictions. Control your soul's desire for freedom. Do not open the window or sing.
That was sent from Trudeau.
That's the most Chinese thing I've ever heard. Yeah, Chinese or Canadian.
Was it in an accent or?
I should imagine it was.
Accent.
They've also got the robot dogs running around the street now.
Really?
Yeah, Google Chinese
Can they
robot
eat them
dogs.
as well?
Is China being written by Black Mirror?
Man, China is such black. So I was chatting to another comedian. I did a gig in Birmingham. I drove back and we had a big conversation. It was me, Kerry Marks, and Jenny Collier, who's a really funny comedian, but quite woke and progressive, right? And we got into all those. But she's still funny, so she's not super woke. She understands.
I don't think she's particularly woke.
No, but she's actually quite woke in the car, right? It's like her, like she was, but why? And we had a big discussion about like woke issues, and like she's like, well, what does it matter if you can't say certain words? Like what, like where does? Why is it so hard to be kind, right?
Because then I've got to use some sort of dog whistle for my racism.
But it's not. It's not even that. It's about being kind as a word, right? It's like no one cares. It's about look. If you say you can't say this word, and then you make it law, you can't say this word. Once you break that law, yeah, what's the repercussion of breaking the law? You get a fine, I presume. Once you don't pay the fine, then what's the repercussion?
Go to jail.
You go to jail, right? So you go to jail for not being able to say whatever you want, right?
Yeah.
So it was just a big thing. And I was explaining to her, I said, listen, these fines, what they can do as well now is like, and we've seen it with all the passports, except all the different apps, is they can turn your money off. That's happened in Canada. They can turn your money off. And she was like, oh, that's not happening. I said, man, in China right now, they've got a social credit score. They do turn your money off. This is happening. And a lot of people don't understand this. And I remember when I was...
Canada as well.
In Canada. And I remember I was with Constantine and he was the one who turned me onto it, right? When all BLM was happening and defund the police happened, I was chatting to him and I was like, yeah. He goes, what do you think of defund the police? I was like, yeah, defund the police is a good idea. American cops shouldn't be driving around in tanks with fucking AK-47s. Like, it's stupid. He goes, yeah, but that's not what they mean. I went, oh yeah, they should just take away the tanks, normal cars, guns, just normal police. And he went, no. They mean absolutely just stop the police, not take money away. They mean no police. And I, no, you're talking shit. And she was like, there's no social credit score. There's no this. And then people don't understand. So I checked what he said. And when they say defund the police, they mean no more police, private police. So people don't understand. Like when they say these things, they don't understand this. What you think of defund the police is take away the tanks. But what they mean is no police. And what they think the social credit score doesn't happen. They don't see this as the thin end of the wedge. Anyway, so I had a big thing. And now there's robot dogs. Google the robot dog. You can't even eat a robot dog. I mean, you can try.
You can try.
And also the thing with with hate speech laws. So it says this word is basically a sort of witchcraft law because it's saying this word is so bad, so inherently evil that you cannot say it out loud because it'll summon the devil. It's like it's a word. It's just a word. It's not gonna there's no devilry gonna rise up. The lid's not gonna fly off the Lost Ark and all the like swoopy ghosts fly around and melt everybody's faces off. It's just a fucking word.
And the reason why this whole conversation came up is because she got onto Louis C.K. and she was like, Louis C.K. proves cancel culture doesn't exist.
Man, that guy lost tens of millions of dollars.
Well, actually, that's what Kerry said.
Here's the thing. No one defines what cancel culture is. It's not
I'll define it.
Okay.
So she said, Louis C.K.'s, look, he's won a Grammy. I said, yeah, but he's Louis fucking C.K. Jimmy Carr just did a racist joke. I said, the real cancel culture, no one in comedy's being cancelled. I was like, fucking Steve McCann, Simon Kane, these guys have been cancelled.
Yeah. Alistair Williams.
They've actually
Nick
legit
Dixon.
been cancelled.
Leo Kearse.
Leo Kearse. But like...
But what is cancelled? Because I think this is something we need to define because lots of people have different views on what cancelling is.
Who were those fannies in Bristol that were being snide to top secret and we called them out for being racist because they were racist?
Oh yeah, the bookers,
what are they called?
I don't know.
One of our feuds.
Yeah, what are they called?
They're in New York
Tiny
as
Box
well.
or something.
Oh no, I thought they were in New York as well.
Yeah, but what are they called?
Shitballs.
They're called like Tiny Box or something like that.
It's some really
weird
arty-farty.
Yeah. But anyway, so they cancelled me and Darius.
Yeah.
They
They
stopped
cancelled us just because I slagged them off online.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Just because we called them racist.
Well, that's not cancelling. That's, I mean, I suppose technically it is cancelling, but cancel culture.
Steve McCann was cancelled.
Yeah.
I wasn't in comedy when Steve McCann was about, so I don't really, I know of the story, but I don't know exactly.
Big loss.
Yeah, apparently.
But Alistair Williams, genuinely, I mean, he's a great comedian.
But look, so
genuinely great comedian.
Is cancel culture just the calling for it, or is it cancel culture when you are destitute? Because this is what people, what I'm trying to say is
any negative impact.
Yes.
Is cancel culture.
Okay, fine. So is that the definition? Because then yes, I understand.
And trying to get someone to going out of your way to have a negative impact on someone's life. That's cancel culture.
But
whether you succeed or not is another thing.
That last year emailed Top Secret, and she was like, we came to see Leo Kearse's solo show in July, and it was horrific and offensive. And then I came back to see Leo Kearse's solo show in October, and it was still horrific and offensive. Can you please stop putting his show on? You know what I mean? Like, people are going out of their way to like get offended and try and destroy people.
Yeah. No, but all I'm trying to say is that I understand the argument when people go cancel culture doesn't exist is because people's definitions of it are very, very different. Some people think, oh, you're cancelled when you're destitute, you're begging on the streets and you don't have any income.
Yeah.
Whereas some people will argue, okay, cool, look, well, I've lost this opportunity because I've said and feel this way.
And obviously a lot of it is invisible because people don't message you and say, oh, by the way, I mean, unless they're thick. Like, a couple of people did message me and saying they weren't going to book me anymore. But
who? Name. You can't be on a Free Speech podcast and not name names.
Adam Rushton.
Oh, yeah, but you were already in a feud with Adam Rushton.
Man, I used to gig for that guy. And I just, you know what, it was over your thing with Feud with Kane. Because, like, he was on the LCA. I remember the LCA forwarded correspondence to...
Oh, yeah, shit, I need to put that in my show.
To Up the Creek.
Yeah. What a mistake they made.
So, yeah, they forwarded... Darius reached out to the LCA for the Live Comedy Association for help.
Should I save this for my show? Or
well, I mean, you can have it in both.
I can have it in it.
Like, but Darius reached out to the Live Comedy Association for help, and instead of helping him, they forwarded the information to the people that Darius was in legal dispute with, which is the opposite of helping. And then, so I called.
Well, they were helping him.
Adam Rushton. Anyway, I don't want to drag up. I'm trying to ignore Adam Rushton because he's not. He's a
tedious individual.
He's a tedious.
Not in my opinion, Adam Rushton. If you do book me.
Yeah,
I think you might be all right. I'm not in a feud with you. I've got my own feuds.
Yeah, Leo, I mean, I don't know why he picked a feud with me. Like, what? he just sort of decided. Like, one moment we're talking amicably and stuff because I was trying to resolve the feud that I had with Sima. Which again, people are like, oh, why are you in so many feuds? Because people fucking start them with me. Like, Sima calls me racist on Twitter. Like, the thing is, a lot of people
but you do have a certificate.
And now I've got a certificate saying I'm not racist.
Oh, I think I meant a racist certificate, like your 500 meters.
Leo has a certificate. Leo is the only certified non-racist comedian.
I carry it with me at all time.
There you go. Look at that.
This is a certificate from the Live Comedy Association.
Zoom in on it.
Certifying that I'm not racist. And
can I read it?
So let me just finish telling the story about it. So, like, basically the LCA said I can show this to any promoter to reassure them that I'm not racist, which I'm not joking. That's surely going to raise more questions than it answers. That's like a babysitter and having a certificate saying they're definitely not a paedophile. It's like, why have you got this certificate? What did you do? But yeah,
not in my opinion. If a comedian showed me this,
do you have a certificate saying you're not a paedophile?
No. So that's,
oh dear.
That question is unsettled.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. Hello at livecomedyassociation.co.uk. Also, they've got money because they've used colour ink to print this off.
Yeah. I think Leo printed it off.
Yeah.
Oh, was it you?
I think they just sent him the email. They didn't send him an actual letter.
I got colour printer. That's how well comedy's going for me. Ooh, I got colour in my printer.
Leo's got GB News money. Dear Leo, we are writing with regards to a recent statement made by a member of the Live Comedy Association steering group on social media which implied that you are racist or held racist beliefs. Any opinions stated on the social media accounts of individuals who sit on the Live Comedy Association steering group are not those of the LCA. And we are happy to clarify that this opinion and view is not held by the LCA. This letter is intended as a formal document which can be sent to any industry professionals as evidence that the LCA as an organization does not believe that you are a racist. The LCA team.
Yeah.
Nice.
I had people offering to fund my illegal suing Saima. I sort of wish.
Yeah, why don't you do it?
Who
You
would
know
have
what?
done it?
Actually,
The EDL.
in my oh no, you. Yeah, it's too long. Time's too past. You got 1 year to make the claim.
Oh, right.
As I learnt.
Right.
Anyway, the whole
Speaking of feuds,
wait a minute. I was gonna link the whole reason I was gonna do a nice segue into the next link, right? Because we're talking about tedious. Obviously, not you, Adam. In his talking about a tedious.
You specifically said what?
clip it up.
You got a new feud.
A tedious
Yeah,
as someone who is tedious and who you are in a feud with and you've worked with recently,
Yeah.
and I also confirm it's probably the most tedious individual. Dana Alexander. Hi, Dana.
God.
I know you'll be listening to this.
Well, you're in a feud with her as well.
I'm in a. Well, I don't even know why I'm in a. I'm in a
Man,
feud.
I
with
don't
her
even know why. Like, I don't know why she's got. Oh, although apparently she used to fancy me, and that's why.
I think she
now
fancies
hates
me.
Yeah.
Dana, just say it, baby. Just
Apparently-
say it.
Say it, baby.
Just say it, baby. If you
I
want a
heard-
piece of the action, baby, it's as right here, baby.
I heard
Right.
from because another comedian messaged me and
She's
said,
got an Iranian boyfriend, but she wants an Iranian man, and I'm right here. You
man
want
friend.
You were the Prince of Persia. Chituri Salon.
another comedian messaged me, said, honestly, she really fancied you, told me she was hot for you ages ago, called you a hot drink of water.
Is that Adam Rushton?
What the fuck is a hot drink of water? Who wants a hot? Oh, this water's lovely and hot.
Someone who can't afford tea or coffee.
Yeah,
I don't know. Hot drink of water.
Yeah.
I've never heard that before.
but yeah, I don't know why she hates me, man. We had to do.
Probably because you're telling everyone she fancies you.
Yeah, that's now. That's now after like years of her just like openly smearing me and slagging me off on Facebook and stuff.
This is classic playground activities. You pull the hair of the girls you like. You know what I mean? It's classic.
Yeah.
So
We
that's
can pull up.
probably-
We've got the link to what she said. So we appeared. Basically, she does GB News because
She fancies you.
No, she does GB News. 'Cause
Man,
she,
GB New, why don't they book me? I am an intelligent, articulate person who will will make all the news stories much better.
me and Dom are
cleverer.
actually we're trying to get you.
I'll put a suit and tie on. I'll smile.
I think you'd be great on it.
I actually
You're
would
funny.
I'd be
Naturally
better than
funny.
some of the shit they put on. No offense, GB News, good output.
But yeah,
funny?
I think you'd be great on it.
I would be good
And
in it.
yeah, you could go in with Dana, and she could have another person to.
I'd have a
to
massive
hate.
argument with her. She's in a feud with me because I don't like Nanette. That's the basis of our feud.
Oh, that was funny when you said how come it's just shit comedians that like Nanette, and then she commented Nanette's great, and you're like, yeah, that's my point. But
Actually, I saw her. She's actually good at comedy.
oh man, yeah, she's great.
She
She's
is good-
great.
she is good at
Honestly,
comedy.
genuinely great comedian. I used to be like pretty good friends with her.
Yeah, I was friends with her. I actually always respected her. She is good at comedy. She's
Yeah,
just
yeah. And she's
I actually don't even mind her. She's just tedious and
She's
moody.
good on GB News.
She's
you know?
got a face of thunder.
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
That-
So this is when I was on GB News with her, and like to be honest, man, it just wasn't that much fun.
You know what
And-
women hate?
What?
When you go, smile, baby. Smile.
Also, when you say you fancy them, they fancy you on a
But yeah,
podcast.
then,
Listen to
like, you
tens
know
of
what-
people.
You know what? I'm a hot drink of water, baby. But then she posts this on Facebook, and be like, I wish I knew how to hide my feelings. Live TV is dangerous.
Mate, you know what? This is just another way of her hiding her feelings that she fancies you.
Yeah.
And she's just
Allegedly.
like, this is what she's saying. She go, I wish I could hide my feelings.
Was that
and
the
she's
one-
just thinking about big Scottish cock.
Was that the one you put where snakes?
Ah,
that the
yes, I
same one,
posted
or
it. Be
did-
like, too many snacks in comedy.
Snacks.
Snakes.
Yeah.
Snacks.
But yeah, if you look at the comment underneath, like somebody's calling me a POS, which means piece of shit. Some guy Boruch Shlomogluck.
Is that a real? Imagine that's his real
You
name.
need to click on the picture.
Wait, man, you can't. Wait, hold on. You can't just go around being called Borok Shlomo Glock like that.
Click on the picture, it'll expand.
You sound like a Roald Dahl character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is like going so slow. I don't know what's
Why is it
happening.
going
Here we go. I did click on that a while ago.
Oh, he's on. That's not going to open up because he's not on Facebook.
Yeah, but I think he means... Look, anyway,
And
it doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah. How are you so calm with that piece of shit next to you? I did my best. I don't know.
How was it with? What was the?
To be honest, it wasn't much fun. It's only fun when like there's sort of like, and I think it's a better show when there's a sort of banter, badinage, a collegiate attitude with everybody in the
Well,
panel.
we learned that from Hate and Live.
Yeah.
You got to have good chemistry.
You can't come on being all sour and stuff. So, but she's good at it. When she did it with Scott Capurro, she was good. But she comes in and she like properly like writes and stuff. But it's honestly, it's good to see a greater range of comedians, because a lot of comedians don't want to do GB News because they shit on GB News because they don't want money and they think it's some sort of evil right wing channel. Which
is she racist now?
She's definitely appearing on GB News.
Do you think this is something? So she is kind of deflecting that she's on here, and it's kind of like, okay, cool. Look, I was on here. I took the money. I took the check, but I didn't enjoy it.
I don't think so, because she never did that when she was on with Scott.
Yeah, but was she on with you first or with Scott first?
With me first.
Okay.
I mean, no, with Scott first and then me. But she doesn't hate Scott, but she hates you as well. You said you did a gig with her recently.
Oh man, I had a gig in Glasgow. We did the Glee, and I was really fun. I was chatting backstage with the other comedians. It's like great atmosphere, which usually doesn't happen. But I was gigging with Des Clark. Really fun. I don't know if you know him.
Yeah, nice guy.
He's really funny, nice guy. He's a radio presenter as well in Glasgow. Super nice guy. And MC Hammersmith, who actually is really nice, and he is funny. But
he's the other guy who hates me for like no reason.
Well, you know what's funny? I turned up, right, and I was all ready to do a set. And they go, Darius, you're MCing tonight. I went, no, I'm not. He went, yeah, you are. I went, I'm 100% certain I'm not. And then I said, look at the email. Here's the email. And it said the lineup. And it said MC Hammersmith first. So I just read MC. I was like, oh, shit. I was like, man, you can't just go around putting his name first, because obviously I thought he was the MC. Anyway, so we were all having a very little jovial moment backstage, and how hilarious. I thought you were the MC, and it was very funny. Then Dana walked in the room, and the atmosphere just went meh. And it was just like, the atmosphere was just killed it straight. The gig was
you was there as the host. That's your MCs. It's your job to keep the atmosphere up.
Not backstage, it's not. I couldn't be bothered to start another feud, and I wanted to have a good gig, so I just went out and we had a good gig. It was fun, and she was good, to be fair.
Yeah, she's good.
Anyway, but she is in a feud. But actually, you know what? I lost respect for her. Like, if I was in a feud, and she is in a feud, and she calls me out and goes on, say it to my face. Just walk in and say it.
Yeah.
And then have a conversation.
That's the thing, say it to my face on GB News instead of waiting until you come off GB News and then posting about what a piece
It'd be
of
better
shit
television, that's for sure. You know, just go like, I don't like you, Leo Kearse, and I think you're racist no matter what bit of paper you have.
Yeah.
Well, actually, did you show her the paper? If you showed her the paper,
maybe that's it. Maybe she isn't aware of the update.
She will be now.
You should write on there that you're also not a nonce, just for clarity.
Actually, you don't have a paedophile certificate.
Yeah, that's what we just said before. But like, you should.
Yeah, it was your joke.
But
I just made it again.
Can we
stop?
It's
hilarious.
Can we stop talking about how I might be a paedophile?
Well, none of us here have a piece of paper saying we're not a paedophile.
That's right.
That's right.
And we're in a shipping container.
Yeah, no kids though. So there you go. No smoke without kids.
Yeah.
Okay.
Although, if I were to be a paedophile, I would.
You know how we said before, let's try and not get this demonetized.
But we haven't said anything. We haven't said anything demonetized. All I was going to say is,
I don't know if paedophilia is something that people want to be advertising on.
If someone was,
even though we are saying we're not.
Even if someone, we're not. I would just identify as a baby, which you can do now, and then I would not be good seek, and then I wouldn't be a paedophile.
Yeah.
So
somebody's in jail. So this is somebody who's actually they were a killer. So they were a born male.
Sophie Eastwood, dubbed Hannibal Lecter Jr., has asked to be treated like a baby and has already. Let me just shut that. Has already been given a dummy by guards inside Scotland's Polmont prison.
So the full story.
So it's like Mannequin Skywalker.
Full story was like, so born a male, then went to jail, and I think she killed somebody in jail with shoelaces, and
Epstein.
No,
he didn't kill himself.
No,
we cancelled the game.
Unfortunately, he wasn't sent to Polmont, or he would have probably killed himself sooner. But this is in Scotland, and and now she's like, well, I'm a baby. I identify as a baby now, so she wears nappies.
She's having food blended by the guards. Did the guards have to change her?
I don't know.
The thing is, if they
I hope not.
I hope so. That'd be fucking funny.
But you know what? If they accept that she identifies as a baby, then it follows she should be set free, because a baby cannot be held accountable for her crimes. So they're actually not. They're misaging her because they're not really. There
was a case in America where a guy who was on death row had a heart attack. His heart stopped, and he was clinically pronounced dead for 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And he wanted his life sentence to be absolved because he died.
No way.
They didn't do it.
All right. But and like,
That's not fair.
did he die like on the sort of electrocution table or whatever they've got, or did he just sort of die in his
I
cell
think
and
they-
then came back to life and then had to be killed properly?
No. I think he had a heart attack. He wasn't
Right.
being executed, but like his life sentence wasn't,
Jeez.
What do you think about the death penalty?
Man, I don't know. Like that, like obviously on a sort of logical level, I'm opposed to it. But then you see stuff like the killer of David Amos, who then went into court and was all like, mocking the family and stuff like that. And it's like, man, like it'd be nice to,
What do you think, Mooch?
I am against it, really, just because I think there's so many miscarriages of justice that it's kind of, I'd rather just lock up some guilty people and save some people who have been wrongly convicted of death.
Well, Batman says when you kill a killer, the number of killers in the world stays the same.
Ooh.
But Darius says when you know they fucking are wronging, then you got to kill them.
Yeah, and also, what if you've already killed before? Then the number of killers in the world goes down because you're already a killer.
That's true. Batman's talking shit and doesn't know statistics.
Ah, you dickhead, Bruce Wayne.
Does Batman kill people?
No, he doesn't.
that's his thing.
That's because
Really?
he is a pussy-hole.
That's his thing.
Have you seen the new
Does
Batman?
Spider-Man kill people?
Spider-Man, actually, Spider-Man, like the Avengers, like wantonly kill people, but because they're the good guys, no one notices. Like, you literally just broke that guy's neck. He's dead.
They're like the U.S. military.
Yeah, U.S. military, babe.
Right.
I saw the Batman. Have you seen the Batman?
Battalion.
The Batman. Is it called that?
It's called the Batman.
Is it any good?
Actually, you'd probably like it.
Why?
Because it's shit. I think you would.
I do like shit film.
Yeah, I think you'd like it.
I heard it's like 3.5 hours long.
Yeah, I
or
think
something.
that's why you'd like it.
Fuck
It's kind of
that,
like a bit like a gangster film. It's,
But it's got Robert Pattinson, who I just can't.
Apparently he's quite good in it, though.
Really?
he's quite good, but he's good as Batman. He's not good as Bruce Wayne. It's alright. You know what? Actually, no, it's shit. Nah, I'm not having that. It's no good. It's
Yeah.
boring.
But yeah, that I don't think, like, man, people in prisons, if you killed someone and you're in prison, man, you shouldn't be indulging it. It's a fucking prison, not a taxpayer-funded fetish dungeon. You can't be like getting all this stuff like dressed up as like out in the outside world. You got to like pay somebody £250 an hour to dress you up as a baby, and then like piss yourself in your nappy and stuff like that, and eat some baby food.
How much are they actually just kind of actually sort of indulging her? Are they actually doing it, or what?
Well, it sounded like they're doing it in that tabloid
Or
news
is that
article.
just what she's
Yeah,
asking?
what, you're trying to say you can't believe the Daily Record from
Yeah.
Scotland? That fine publication.
Yeah,
Yeah, fair enough.
I think, anyway, back to the death penalty. I just want to clarify my position.
yeah.
I think if there's any doubt, then they don't get killed. But when it's like 100, like for example, that guy yesterday who's come out and he's mocking, there's no
Yeah,
remorse. I think there's some people you think, man, they need it.
And it should be like a surprise death penalty. So
Yeah.
the guy thinks he's going to go to jail and have fun with all his buddies
Blocker.
in jail. It's like, whoa, sorry,
penalty.
buddy. Here's our guillotine.
But that's actually
You're getting
that's
executed on
just
Channel 5 at 8 p.m.
That's terrifying for anyone. Because they'll be like, "Did I get the death sentence or not?"
Yeah.
So you're just what? Like, I
Yeah.
just had a parking fine that I didn't
Add a
pay.
bit of jeopardy.
Yeah.
But like,
I
you
said
get
a bad
Noel
word
Edmonds.
that I didn't want to pay a fine for. Am I going to get murdered?
Get Noel Edmonds to do it. They got to open boxes.
Yeah.
Did you ever find a Chinese robot dog?
Death or no death?
Find a Chinese robot dog. See what comes out of its USB hole.
Have you just been thinking? Is it the army one?
It's just a Chinese robot dog going around the street telling people to get inside.
Yeah.
It's really,
Is it in Shanghai?
yeah, it's really like this everything right now is dystopian and Black Mirror.
Yeah. And the mad thing is, like, man, they're like pursuing zero COVID when you got Omicron, which spreads so quickly and easily that you can't really stop it. And like, and also it's not that deadly.
Do you know
apparently the
anything
Chinese
about-
vaccine isn't that good.
Do you know anything about Imran Khan?
Yeah.
What happened to him? He's just been outed. Has that been a US coup?
No, he's saying it was a
Lockdown in
US
Shanghai
coup.
as
That's the Chinese dog.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
video of it walking
I'm not
around.
being
though.
funny, but that's just a megaphone duct tape to like a rope.
Yeah, yeah.
So they've got like the Chinese dog bit. It's like, oh, can we install a megaphone so we can tell people?
Yeah.
No, but we've got a workaround.
Kind of modular system.
Yeah. How does that? Because a megaphone doesn't record messages. It just sort of says.
It's because it's got a camera on the front of the dog's got a camera, so it's a live feed, and they can see in real time. The dog sees anyone on the street, and then it can shout it.
And they've
from
got
there.
facial recognition.
And it's got
so
facial
their social
recognition.
credit
Do they
score
have
will go
facial
down.
recognition if they can't really just put together a megaphone onto a
Listen,
robot dog?
they spend their money where they need it, yeah, and they know the facial recognition is where it's needed.
Yeah.
Although, actually, what I was going to say was deeply racist.
Well, go on, say it.
All I was going to say,
Something they all look.
something like that.
That is racist.
That's very racist. But
Nah, I didn't even say it. I was just going to say that's got to be good facial recognition to
I'm now racism adjacent. I'm breaching the terms of my certificate.
Well, listen, my family are half Chinese, so you can see my Chinese style eyes.
My meal last night was Chinese.
Was it that? That's racist. We don't condone that. Where were we going with this?
So
Imran Khan. What's going on
Imran
with him?
Khan. So there's been a coup, not a coup. There's been basically he's been unseated as Pakistan's premier. And he's saying it's a US coup, but it's just the thing. If you're like some sort of like Lukashenko, or like even in Ukraine in 2014, the sort of the people's uprising, the unseated was it Poroshenko?
But I thought
or
he got.
Yanukovych.
I
or
thought
whatever.
that guy got outed because the people rose up. Then he unleashed the military on the people, and he started killing the people or something. And then the people just went, oh, and he had to.
What, Zelensky?
Not Zelensky.
Poroshenko.
In 2014, whoever was in power then.
Yeah.
He got in and everyone was like had like the peaceful revolution, and he was like, get them to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
So he got sent, his army started killing people, and then the crowds realized they were getting killed, and then they switched, and then that's how he got outed. He was pro Russia.
Yeah.
But
He was a Russian-backed guy, like Lukashenko in Belarus.
Yeah, but the reason he got outed was because he was killing the actual Ukrainian protesters.
Yeah. But people say, like, they're all like, oh, it was a US-backed coup. And it wasn't, because like, a coup isn't supported by the people. This was completely supported by the people. And they want to be, Ukrainians on the whole, want to be part of the West, because it's better than being in shitty fucking Russia. I can't believe the abject humiliation and embarrassment that Putin must be going through. It goes to, like, people in the Telegram chats and stuff, they're like, oh yeah, Russia should invade Poland and all this stuff. It's like, are you mental? Are you mental? You can't even take Kyiv. Like, it's it's called Kyiv.
yeah, I know. But
Listen,
And I can't believe all that, man. Something that's really been shocking to me is all the people that are on the sort of, right of centre that were sort of against, standing up for human rights and freedoms during lockdown and against government tyranny and against like Trudeau and all this sort of stuff. They're now sucking Putin's balls and saying like, oh no, but like there's reasons and NATO is expanding and all this sort of stuff. And it's like, man, how can you fucking and like slamming Ukraine? And they basically become woke. They become woke because they're picking at any little chink in the Ukraine.
I think look, there's two
Three things. I've got three things to say.
Okay.
One, it's not Kyiv. Yeah?
It's Kyiv.
No, because that would be like, I don't say queef and go queef. Yeah, queef.
It's Kyiv.
Do you know what queef is?
I know what queef is.
What is it?
It's artificial beef. It's made from
It's
corn.
a fanny fart.
It's a fanny fart.
It's artificial.
It's a fanny fart.
It's vegetarian beef.
No, that's
beef steak. A queef steak. That's what Darius likes to eat.
A queef. I do like to eat a woman's queef. Number 2 point. I understand logically where they're coming from. If you say for like the last 2 years, oh, you can't trust the media, then that's why they're saying now they don't trust that.
This is the point I wanted to raise, that like it's never just so black and white. You know what I mean? There's going to be lots of different factors into sort of what is happening and why he's chosen to invade. A lot of libertarians think that the US government has been meddling and pushing and provoking. And that could be a reason to explain why he's invaded, because it's not going well.
I'd understand if he'd done something like put trade tariffs on Ukraine or something, but this is going in Putin. This is going in.
Oh no, I think Putin,
this is going in and massacring like women and children and like gang raping women and like
Remember what we said about not getting demonetized?
Oh yeah, but like the absolutely most horrific
struggle cuddling,
horrific crimes like in.
Not allowed to say that.
Can you not say that?
In humanity,
can't say struggle cuddling. Anyway, I was talking about Imran Khan.
Yeah, but what was your third point?
There was no third.
There was.
Let's be perfectly honest.
What was the third point? Oh, I watched the Vox video on the Ukraine. To learn about it. I thought, but I should probably, it's been going 47 days now.
So you decided to watch a 32-second video?
No, it was 9 minutes, and it explained what happened. I now feel much more knowledgeable about the Ukraine-Russia situation.
Yeah. And what was because Vox is quite like savage left wing because a lot of lefties like Jeremy
no,
Corbyn.
they're all
Jeremy Corbyn is all Putin.
No, they're not.
Licking his balls and stuff.
What's funny is like this is a very weird like issue because it's divided into like a lot of woke people are pro-Ukraine, and a lot of hence why you see all the
a lot of right wing neocons like conservative,
and then a lot of right wing I don't know
Racist.
Conspiracy theorists and racists. Fucking pro-Russia.
Yeah.
I mean, but actually, when you think about it logically, I mean, Russia did invade.
Yeah, I think that's the bottom line.
Yeah.
Like,
So you can't really say anything.
Yeah.
Although,
and also invaded and it's doing it in a most horrific way and the people really don't want it. It's not a war of liberation or anything.
No. I mean,
absolutely. I mean, even though you can say it's not black and white, it pretty much 99.9% is. Like there's a couple of things with Ukraine like it was a little bit corrupt, but I find that like the right wing people or the anti-woke people going in and like picking holes in Ukraine, they're being woke. That's what woke people do.
you know what it is. Well,
Winston Churchill wasn't an intersectional feminist, so we must tear down his statue.
This is my point. So actually, my point, Winston Churchill, it's like, listen, he beat the Nazis. Yeah, he was racist. He did beat the Nazis.
Yeah.
I think
he was the normal level of racism for the time.
Yeah, not even that racist.
Yeah.
Probably thought Chinese people look different as well. Anyway, the point is, right-wing people, God, I'm being extremely racist today, and I apologize. I will do better. Should
say you're so sorry.
I'm so sorry.
Say it in a Chinese accent.
What was I going to say about the... it's... I fucking can't remember now. I had a point about...
Did you not take your advance this morning?
No, I did
Was
take
it
it.
about
But
the left wing people, their
Vox
attitude to Ukraine,
video.
right wing people?
yeah, right-wing...
I just think it's one of these things like left and right,
that's
whoever
it.
can unite over.
I remember. No, the only point, my point, and I think where we should really stand is we should condemn the Azov battalion, for example. We should condemn when there's the Ukrainians are committing war crimes. I'm not saying they're all. I get it. They shouldn't be there. I understand 100%.
There's a couple of instances like that have come up of Ukrainian war, like shooting, soldiers instead of taking them as
I
prisoners
understand
of
that,
war
but
and stuff.
that's
But
when-
it's like, man, it's a drop in the ocean compared to the Russians.
I know,
and
it
also,
isn't.
these soldiers have come. They're on Ukrainian land, so
No, I understand
I can
that, but-
understand, and they've been like doing the most horrific things.
Well, you know what's confusing to me is they say, they're using. I've always found this weird. It's like, they're using
human shields.
not human shields. They're
Chemical
using chemical weapons and they're doing this and that. So please, it's much more humane when you just shoot me in the face and it's like you're still dying. What's the
Yeah, but chemical weapons are some that just indiscriminately kill everyone in an area in a horrible way. So it's,
okay, fair enough.
they're
That
not
makes sense.
selective.
Sorry,
You're supposed to just kill the people that
You
you're
just
fighting.
realised why chemical weapons are
retracted
bad.
that point quite quickly.
Well, yeah,
And also the Azov battalion, all right, they're ultra-nationalists, but there's a time and a
Nazis.
place for ultra-nationalists. Surely it's great to see woke people getting behind some Nazis for a change.
There are Nazis.
Instead of calling them
But
people
anyway, the whole
Nazis.
point, what's going on with Imran Khan? He was very handsome when he was
a cricketer.
a cricketer.
He went out with Jemima Goldsmith, didn't he?
She was called Jemima Khan.
Has anyone done Imran Khan's out? How's that?
No. Oh, that's quite funny.
Yeah.
Because it's a cricket metaphor.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
I shouldn't have drunk all that water because I really need a slash now.
We can pause it and go for a piss.
Can we pause?
Yeah.
I need a slash as well. That's all I know. I said, has he been outed? I didn't know what was happening. He got outed yesterday.
Outed as what?
Outed as Prime Minister.
Oh, I think you meant like he was. He's gay. That'd be more interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Imran Khan, we're not going to talk about that because we don't know anything about it, and we've been racist enough this episode.
Yeah.
Okay.
We just want it to be clear. Is this recording?
Yeah.
That he is a handsome or was a handsome man.
Yeah.
Handsome man.
Handsome man.
So, yeah. So we got the Emma Watson video and the gender fluid teacher video.
Do you want to do the teacher one first?
Yeah, let's do the teacher.
I don't know this. Show me.
Yes, I saw this on Libs of TikTok. And there's this sort of trend at the moment for primary school teachers in America to be posting all this stuff about how they like came out to their class of 6-year-olds or whatever, and is non-binary and polyamorous and all the rest of it. So yeah, this is one of them that went up.
So this polyamorous gender fluid witch is okay, cool. Wow. Is she actually a witch, or is this just a bit of
Well, if she is, we should burn her.
because is a preschool teacher in Florida. She's proud of herself that she discusses her gender and sexuality with 4-year-olds.
Man, y'all thought me teaching the children about me being poly was crazy. But not only that, but they also know that I'm gender fluid. At one point last year, I had explained to them that I was not Miss Lois or Mr. Lois. It's just Lois because I'm not a boy or a girl. And this was all well and good until October, when I also explained to them that I'm pagan, so I am also a witch.
Oh, she is actually a witch.
At one point, I had gotten a haircut, and I got in the sides of my mohawk shaved down.
Why is she
and
not
I come
a wizard?
into work, and one of the children goes, Lois,
Gender
are you a
fluid.
boy? You have short hair. And his sister goes, no, Lois is a girl. And a third child, who's my favorite, suddenly yells, no, guys, we've been over this.
Did that go?
You've just done something just through the right
track.
Yeah, I didn't do anything,
witch.
but it does sound a bit odd.
Duh. Man, y'all thought me.
Yeah,
it's the recording.
Pause that now.
Me
It's
being
like
poly was crazy.
Oh, is it? Yeah, it's finished. Yeah, it's some man. I just like
No,
for a start.
no, not man.
Oh yeah, for a start. I mean, they them.
They them. So
they them. Like the only thing that they them can teach a class is where to score crystal meth. That is, you know what I mean? Like, look at the state of it. I'm like, this is why
the state of it is actually the correct term.
Yeah.
Don't they have like?
Look, I don't have an issue, as big an issue with this.
Do you know what my big issue with this is?
What?
Yeah, fucking don't they have like dress protocols, like sort of like hair?
One thing I'd say
as a teacher, they should be. Look, you should at least look like I am a teacher, not I'm going to a punk concert.
Yeah.
But this is a
I
teacher.
I don't have any problem with how someone looks like.
I do.
Like
I do.
if they're dressed, they've got face piercings and green hair. Fine.
No,
If not for school.
Not fine.
Listen.
I don't really give.
Fine if you want
It's
to
a
work in a
job.
tattoo parlor.
Yeah, in a tattoo parlor.
Why? So you want them to be everyone to be taught by nuns?
No. Did I
Yeah.
say nuns?
In an
No.
ideal
I want
world.
everyone to be taught by young professionals,
Young professionals.
like people
are
from The
smart,
Apprentice.
so, like,
Yeah.
people
you
from
want,
Apprentice.
you want Foxton's estate
Katie
agent
Hopkins.
Yes.
teaching.
Katie Hopkins, Michelle
She's not
Dewberry.
young.
But people who dress like
Geologically,
that,
she's
You
young.
want
they
people who have sex with
they
other
im-
people's husbands in the open, in fields.
Yeah, that
Who did
imbues.
that?
Katie Hopkins, she shagged someone else's husband
In a field.
in a field and she got papped doing it.
No way.
So you want that sort of sexual deviant
Well, at
teaching your
least-
children, but not
No.
this one.
Do you know what I
know,
respect
I-
about Katie Hopkins? She has a private life. She got papped. She wasn't like going into the class showing all the
was
kids
having
Polaroids.
sex in
But
public.
She wasn't going into the class and saying, "Oh, I have sex in fields with people's husbands. Hey, do you want to ask me any questions about it? Here are some pictures of it.
Well,
oh, look at my fanny."
one
you know what I mean? It's fucking demented. Keep
one
it
thing I'd
to.
raise
It's a
on this
fucking
is-
private life.
One thing I'd raise on this is that, and especially in American schools where they keep religion out of it, is why she is able to talk about her religion. And that's the thing that I would be like, okay, cool, listen.
Yeah.
That's somewhere like talking about your gender, whatever, and
Yeah.
whatever. Fine, cool. That's just what the world is.
No.
Religion is something that you can.
Also, it's
impact
putting
on children.
ideas in
Yeah, I
kids'
don't want to.
heads.
I don't want my child being forced into any particular or talked or influenced or cajoled into any religion.
Well, why do you
Wait a
feel like
minute.
that about
Hold on,
religion,
hold
but
on.
not gender?
Yeah,
Or-
that's mental.
yeah.
Because I don't think I think people know what gender they are.
Yeah, you think people know what gender they are.
What, 6-year-old?
Wait, hold on. You think people know what gender they are, and most people do. But when you start telling a 6-year-old who happens to play with girls' toys or happens to play with boys' toys, they start questioning, maybe I'm not the gender I thought I am. And they go through life, and there's multiple examples of some people who've, like, man, I was a tomboy, and they tried to push me to transition. That's not the point, no. The point is,
But I think
if
that's
you're
also
going to
the
be
parents.
a teacher, dress correctly. That's the real fucking point,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, and also just leave all this sex and gender stuff.
yeah,
leave it
that's
away. Just
nasty.
get like it's for adults. It's for people who are old enough to make those decisions. And also all this stuff that there's a family sex show. They're teaching like 5-year-olds about sex and all this sort of stuff. And it's like, man, you don't like. Me and Darius grew up perfectly fine, not being taught as 5-year-olds.
Yeah,
but, like,
we're repressed with no emotional
we're-
feelings.
we're
and
just-
don't make eye contact. But
We've
that's
got-
not the point.
absolutely fine. Like you don't need to be taught this shit when you're 5. You
They
can
didn't
wait.
know about autism when we were growing up or ADHD. It took me up until I was 29 to be diagnosed with ADHD. The point is, kids don't need to learn about sex. I think if the kid's age is in the single figures, they don't need to know about sex.
Yeah.
And this is the argument is they go, oh, well, porn's so prevalent, they're going to find out about porn. But hold on a second. That's bullshit, right? Because we're all dads here. Well, you're soon to be a dad, right? If you've got a kid, your kid's under 10, right? Yeah. Wakes up in the morning, you give the kid breakfast, they go to school. So you've got them from 8 till 9, or whenever the school starts. You see them, you know what they're doing, right? 9 till 3, they're at school all day. Their phone should be in, if they have a phone, they should have a phone under 10, but say they have phones, right?
They do.
Okay, they've got phones, right? At most schools that I know, my niece, they have to hand their phones in, right? Yeah. At the beginning, they get it at the end of the day. So 9 till 3:30, no phone. They then, if you pick up your kid from school, probably you do because it's weird times. You pick your kid up at 3:30, sat in the car, whatever, takes you home. So it's 3:30 to get home. So then the kid's got say he's got like dinner time, 5 till 7, and you and thingy. He's got like a 2-hour window, or I think
you're being incredible. I see what you're trying to say. You're saying that kid shouldn't.
What I'm trying to say is let me say what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
What I'm trying to say is, if you can't fucking look after your kid in those 2 hours when you've actually got them, and you're worried that your kid's gonna go on porn, so that's why you need to teach a fucking 6-year-old boy about sucking a dick, then that's on you, right? Don't teach my kid about sucking dicks. When they get to about 12, in Australia, there's a fucking little girl at 10 went home, said, and her homework from the curriculum was ask your dad what it's like to come out of his erection and shit. To a 10-year-old girl who plays with dolls, and people are, they need to learn about it. No, they don't.
Yeah, they don't. They totally don't need to learn it, and they'll learn about it when they're old enough, and they'll learn about it themselves. I think it's better to find this shit out yourself than have it fucking forced down your throat by some fucking green-haired freak.
Let me counter Darius's argument.
Okay.
So Darius, you, a conniving little industrious 10-year-old child, I guarantee with your phone you would be looking at whatever the fuck you wanted, because that's just in your nature. And you can't prevent kids circumventing having 2 phones or handing a teacher the brick that your dad used to use and you have your phone.
But that's an exception. Most kids...
All kids are like this.
Okay, but all kids have a burner phone as well? What, you got some drug dealing Vauxhall kids like, hey, where's my burner phone for the porn? The porn phone.
So do you have an old phone in your house?
No.
You don't have any
I
old
recycle
phone?
All my phones.
Yeah, okay, cool. Well, I don't believe you. And also,
I do have an old phone in my house.
So I'm just saying that kids...
Look, I'm not naive. Of course, kids will go online, right?
So that's...
But listen, you make if you're going to give your kid a phone, take the fucking precaution to put the safety net on the phone so they can't access porn.
But listen, maybe it's not your kid's phone. Maybe it's the other kid in school.
But when are they going to have that time to look at the porn?
I'd rather they found it out themselves than had some fucking, my name's Peter, I'm non-binary and I've got green hair and I'm a witch and all this sort of stuff. Being all like, come on, don't tell your parents, let's go into this room and I'll show you my fucking pierced nipples. Like, fuck off.
You know
Get away
what,
from those fucking kids.
It's not even, my thing isn't even like, they're green haired this and that. Listen, all kids, I don't care if you're the most upstanding individual in the world. I think if you're a child under 10, you shouldn't be taught about gender, sexuality, or anything like that. And people say, what about gay families then? People say, what about gay families? Very simple. All you do is say, look, some kids have a mummy and daddy, some have a mummy, some have a daddy, some have 2 daddies, some have 2 mummies. Yeah. You don't need to know if daddy fucks mummy in the anus. You don't need to know.
You don't need to describe felching.
Have we already discussed this? We might have done.
Well, anyway, I think it's worth.
Yeah, why is such
reiterating.
Well, look, do you know what age sex education is taught in the UK? Do you remember what age you were at when you were taught it?
Yeah, 17.
No, but it's around 11, 12.
You know what? Yeah,
it's younger.
Teenage.
It's younger.
No, we had a video.
I remember getting an erection when Mrs. BB was talking about it, and
Mooch fancies Mrs. BB.
I remember when they showed
hot.
Have you got any pictures?
No,
I don't
think she's on Facebook.
Remember when they did sex education? And they said this is a woman's vagina, and it had like fallopian tubes and shit.
Yeah.
It doesn't look anything like that.
She was fit. She was going out with one of the
trying to finger a fallopian.
The PE teachers.
Oh, really?
Those are the eggs. I couldn't even see the eggs. Anyway, I think it is wrong.
Yeah, and it's like indoctrination. It's putting these ideas, like no kid's going to come up with the idea that they're non-binary. You know what I mean? Unless somebody...
This is
do you want to know what do you want to know what the conspiracy
I just want to
theory?
counter this. So you two are guys who are straight. You know you're straight. What age did you know you were straight?
Dude, I dated a transgender woman.
I'm just asking you, what age did you know that you were straight?
But I don't think like people are all like, oh, this is the thing.
Well, what's your point?
My point is that
you haven't even asked me when I knew when I was straight.
I don't believe you. My point is,
the thing. It doesn't.
My point is this. So you've got a different perspective growing up. So if you are someone who believes and thinks they're the non-binary or they're born in the wrong body, and they may know that at a certain age, then it's beneficial for people to tell them, okay, cool, look, some people feel like this. Don't stress about it. That's all.
But they're not saying don't stress about it. They're saying, oh, so maybe you should, maybe you're actually really a girl. So you should be, having some hormones and puberty blockers and all this sort of. And it's like, whoa. It's like, whoa. Just like,
all I'm saying is, I believe that I don't think you should be pumping kids full of hormones or anything like that.
I do.
until they.
Well, it's got a point because you want to get them before they develop the big man hands.
Well, look, I mean,
nobody wants to get a hand
let's
job.
Let's be honest, kids these days are doing steroids anyway.
Hands.
Like young boys are doing fucking steroids and shit.
Man, I don't believe.
I did steroids.
I don't. Yeah, but Darius did them when you were like 19.
That's
right. So that's an age appropriate use of steroids.
They helped me get through puberty.
All I'm saying
they
is
helped him start his puberty.
Yeah, helped me start
as more and more people, like it's kind of you need to look at it from this point of view. So back in the day when we taught people about being gay, yeah. So some people are gay, and there would have been similar arguments in school. I don't want my kids being taught this.
Yeah.
Just because someone said you were taught about being gay doesn't mean that you're coerced into being gay.
But now they're not even like just letting kids like be gay. If you display like
all right, hold on. I'll tell you what.
No, because they're saying to gay kids, oh, you must be you're like playing with dolls. Oh, you must be transgender.
Have you seen the books? Have you seen? Wait a minute. Have you seen the books that they're giving that are available to children in the libraries in America?
I don't read books.
I know
now.
you
What
don't.
do you think I'm going to be reading children gay books?
Have you seen the books that are part of their curriculum? Just Google the student books America blowjob and it will come up.
Okay,
do it.
I don't want to put that.
So basically, wait, hold on. There's a comic, yeah, and it's basically it's like two 13-year-old boys, right? And this is a comic strip. You should Google it so you see. I want you to see the picture.
What's it called?
Just Google like American banned book like porn or whatever it's for, or like for student book. It will come up, right?
American banned book.
Not American support. American schools porn book, and it will come up. It will come up. I'll find it. But it's unbelievable. You think it? You know how we were talking about defund the police, and you think, we're going mad. It's like it's not this.
Yeah.
It's actual like that's too much.
Well, they're doing naked sex shows in Bristol. They're doing naked that's
fucked up.
Theatre company called This Egg doing a naked sex show for 5-year-olds about gender and sexuality, and it's like no, Jesus.
All I'm saying is, I don't think I think the talking about people who feel this way is not necessarily bad because it gives some kids. An acknowledgement that they are, they exist, and it's some people are like this, and it's don't get stressed
fine.
about it.
Yeah,
fine.
And say like it's fine. Jesus loves you but hates the sin. If you repent, you will get into heaven. Like stuff like that. Absolutely fine with that.
We acknowledge you. You're wrong, but we acknowledge you. I think that's the Chinese stance on it. No, I understand it when it goes too far one way, when it's kind of coercing kids.
Yeah.
But I do also, I need to push back on you guys here when I'm saying.
No, but also you got to look at it in the context of like the media and everyone is pushing this idea that being, a white, straight male, these are all bad things to be. You've got to be diverse. You've got to be, ethnic. Look at all the adverts. You've got to be like, non-binary. You've got to have something special about you. So 40%, there's a study done, 40% of Generation Zs in America now identify as, LGBTQIA++. Plus. Yeah, queer and stuff. Which is meaningless. Queer is meaningless. There's like comedians who identify as queer, but they haven't had any same-sex action. You know what I mean? I'm at least if you're a woman and you want to identify as queer, you got to lick a fanny. I don't respect anybody who just says that they're queer.
And you should have a bit of paper from the LCA stating. Or maybe we should have some sort of mark
gender
that you should wear at all points. You know,
well, that's the way they're going. This is the thing. Woke people focus on all this stuff. I think, everybody was fine. Nobody was like, man, everybody's fine with like, gay people. Like gender's always been a, spectrum of, you got, like different stages along. You got Tom Daly.
Open that image.
As a man, and also,
so these
Giant
two books,
Haystacks is a man.
These 2 books were pulled. School system pulls 2 books with graphic sex from libraries. This is an image from the book. I've just sent it to you, right? These were in Virginia school libraries. You tell me if you think that's acceptable.
What age?
But look at the fucking guy sucking a dick. Even at 16, I wouldn't think that's fucking acceptable. In a school library. Imagine even if it was a guy, it doesn't matter, there's 2 guys, but is that even acceptable for kids?
No.
In a school library, he's sucking a dick. There's another one. It's like, what the fuck? If that book, 2 of them.
For years, my standard method of masturbation was stuffing a sock into the front of my pant and manipulating it. That's wrong. Full of. Just have a proper wank. This would evolve into hip thrusting while thinking of my latest gay ship. Memorably, I got off while driving just by rubbing the something. Is this the visual I've been picturing? Well, this is a guy just thinking he's gay and drawing a cartoon. This is Tintin, basically. Is this a Tintin?
It was, so 2 of them were pulled. So 2 books.
Well, this
like
guy
that.
has been pulled off.
Yeah, well, anyway, look, I think that would be unacceptable. I think if that was at my school, right? Even if it was a strict.
Let's be honest. If that was the book of school, that would be the most hilarious fucking book.
Yeah, it would be amazing, right? It'd be really fun. But
look what Darius is reading again. Oh, so, Miss, can I check this out in Darius's name? Oh, look what Darius is reading. Oh, he loves reading.
Yeah.
That's what it would be.
I'm looking at the
this is unacceptable, Mooch.
Yeah.
Unacceptable, Leo. I don't know. I think there's a way, and
this
you can tell.
Unacceptable, Leo. Your words are utter.
You can say like, oh yeah, you can teach people about that and stuff, and there's a way I know to do it. But when it's coming if it came from someone dressed like from The Apprentice, and they said, hey, by the way, some guys are.
Oh, so it's no, I don't think you can argue that how they're dressed has anything to do.
But
with
I
it.
do actually, because this is my argument, right? If your argument is, okay, kids should learn about this stuff, right? If I saw it as coming from someone who was dressed like, this isn't their view, but this is just someone who's teaching a lesson, and they're dressed professionally, they're a teacher, they teach English, they say, by the way, kids, just so you know, some kids, you might consider yourself that you might think you're another gender. They say it like that, right? And it's very blasé, as opposed to someone who you can see is, listen, if I say to you, join ISIS, yeah, you're like, ha. But if a fucking mujahideen here comes in here going, la la la, join ISIS,
no difference.
It's a different kind of thing. It's someone you can see that's their view. Their motive is to get you to do that.
Yeah.
It's not an impartial, unbiased thing. It's their beliefs.
But you're having with a negative connotation there. So like, if it's you can't have a Ku Klux Klan guy teach you about racism.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We can. Is that what you're arguing?
Yeah, but I'm
just the experts.
I'm just saying I don't think. But what I'm saying, I don't think she's an impartial. Someone who identifies as a non-binary witch. Yeah. Thinks it's acceptable to go to school with 2 piercings and green-haired mohawk and teach your children is possibly not going to give she might just push a little bit harder than you want.
A gender ideologue.
Okay, but like, you can't discriminate who teaches people based on what they look like.
Well, you should be able to.
Well, you can't.
Well.
Yeah,
How comes you have to wear uniforms in?
Because it's a uniform. The green hair and the facial piercings are a uniform. They're a uniform of woke people to signify, look, this is who I voted for. These are my opinions on gender and all that. You know from looking at her exactly what her opinions are on lots of things.
Yeah, I could guess her opinion down the line on absolutely everything.
And he'd be 100% right.
I'd be 100%.
I'll tell you what's
except on her gender. Unless I had spoke to her in the morning.
I tell you what's interesting. So I spoke at this National Youth film conference last week,
What?
and I thought they'd be.
I thought you said
Wait a minute.
national youth, and I was like, oh.
Wait,
Film
you
conference.
spoke at a film conference.
Yeah.
You shouldn't speak during films.
Heyo.
Hey, he means anal.
Yeah. So like, I thought, because it's young people, arts, and all the rest of it, they're going to be like, super woke, and they probably were, fairly woke. But somebody in the audience asked a question, and they were talking about J.K. Rowling, and they said she's a fascist, and she.
Did you get paid for this?
Yeah.
How much?
I need to invoice for it. 100 quid.
That's all right.
But they said J.K. Rowling's a fascist, and she's trying to not exterminate. What's the word that sounds
Exclude.
like? Not exclude, but like
Eviscerate.
get rid of.
No.
Get rid of. Basically,
Eradicate.
Yeah, like something like that. Trans people. And so I was like, well, wait a minute. She's not trying to eradicate or she's not trying to. Whatever that fucking word is. Well, eradicate trans people. She's just, she's got some issues with...
Exclude? No,
not exclude. It was like literally like, wipe
Eliminate.
out. Like eliminate. It was a word. It starts with E. It means exact same as like eliminate and all those other words we've said.
Eviscerate.
I said that right.
Not like, but anyway.
Exterminate.
Anyway, I said she's not trying to...
Extinguish.
It was basically the same word, but I can't remember what it...
Exit.
I think we're dwelling on this a little bit longer than we need to. Yeah.
But like... she's not trying to, she's just got some issues with, like female sports and, safe spaces for women. And, she's been the victim of domestic violence and all this sort of stuff. So maybe, she's speaking from an informed opinion, and there's like a history of male on female violence and oppression going back centuries. And also like, she's not a fascist. You know what I mean?
Erase.
And like, erase. That's the word. Erasure. Trans erasure.
That sounds like a good band. I like
Erasure.
Erasure.
Erasure already were a bit trans. I remember he used to like, prance about in a sparkly dress. But anyway, and I thought like the crowd would be like booing me and stuff. But no, they were like they felt like they had my back, and there was like women nodding and stuff. So I think maybe like, we look at, all the stuff that's posted by, all these nutters on Twitter, and we're like, oh man, that is what young people think these days. I think it's just, a very vocal minority of young.
It is, and also I've noticed as well when a lot of young kids, they're starting to now say stuff like gay, as in gay, and they're starting to do stuff like that, which I was like, whoa, are you allowed to say that anymore? What was weird this week though was obviously J.K. Rowling did a thing about, she just did some meeting or whatever, and there's a picture of her, and a trans activist posted a picture, and it was just so laden with misogyny.
A comedian?
No, I don't know. Maybe it was a comedian.
The one that was in the Al Akbar
But the
group.
thing it said, we've got a group called Al Akbar.
Allah.
Al Akbar, and it said, being hateful will make your titties will go like nasty or whatever. I was like, man, how misogynist is that? And I'm a misogynist, so I know. I was like, that's pretty fucking misogynistic.
Doesn't make your titties go.
It's prime.
Well, there's a picture of it. If you go on Twitter, you'll find it. But it was just
What's
like...
it called?
Can you send the link?
Oh no, that wasn't the one. That was a comedian.
Just go Twitter, J.K. Rowling titties. Hate will make your titties go sour. But then it was funny because then all the comments were like, yeah, that's what happens to real titties. You might not know about that because they just went in on it, man. But it's just like laden with that's like the most misogynistic it can be.
And yeah, there's so much. Like there's somebody.
And we're against that.
Actually, no, we're for that.
But it's
Actually,
kind
I
of
don't
fun
even
to
know.
watch.
Yeah, it's just
It's fun to watch, the feminists and the trans rights activists fight it out between each
Well,
other.
I was talking to Kerry Marks, and he tried to explain that feminists from 30 years ago are responsible for what's happening now.
Yeah.
Because they were the people who brought up gender and created gender as the difference to sex.
Yeah.
Because they tried to say, there's absolutely no difference between a man and a woman. It's only due to the nurture.
Yeah.
And because men eat beef, and that's how they get
I had a
strong.
lecture on that in university.
Oh,
so
did
that's
you?
like, that's going back almost like however old I am.
500
like,
years.
Yeah.
That is going
28
back to
years
the
or something.
the Harley 150cc corduroy days.
And this lassie came in.
Let's.
Irony was she looked weak as anything. She was saying like, "Oh, there's no differences in strength between men and women. It's all societal."
I'll tell you what, there is a difference in between men and women, though.
What?
Earwax.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because it's time.
Is it time?
It's time. So Leo has explain what's happened, Leo.
Oh man, I've been ill for like, I don't know if I'm just doing too much or something. I've just got worn down. I've had this cold that can't shift, and then I've also got a problem with like earwax in my ears.
Is that on?
So
turn the Wi-Fi
are you
thing.
listening? I got a problem with earwax in my ears. So I've got these drops and this spirally thing to get the earwax out. I put the drops in, instantly blocked my ear, and also it's sore. So now I think I've got a fucking infected ear. So Darius has got this thing that he's kindly lending to me that basically digs the earwax out, but it's got a camera in it, so you can actually see.
We can see the ear. This is going to be
how'd you do it?
Stick it in your ear. This is Leo's inside of Leo's ear. Actually, that's quite clean. Turn around the corner, Leo.
How did you get around the? Am I going to?
We're going to see some disgusting shit now. This is.
Is that all black?
Oh, that's all.
How the fuck? That feels like it's going into my brain.
Go slow so we can see Leo. So this is the inside of Leo's brain.
There's a little. Oh
That
my god,
is the blockage.
That's fucked.
Do
man.
your non-blocked ear, Leo.
That is fucked. Oh,
This is unacceptable.
Oh, it's tiny on the
Leo.
thing. That's a. Darius is legit gonna throw up. Where can I wipe this? Where can I wipe?
Don't you have a tissue?
Just put it in your mouth.
I didn't plan for this. Have you got any tissue?
Oh my god, that's just blood and gunk.
That is nasty. Wow.
Don't throw it away. You can eat that.
No, you can't.
Mate, that's all. There's loads of that in your ear.
Yeah, fucking hell, Leo. Your ear's disgusting.
This is great. This
This-
is so satisfying.
That. Oh my god. Go in your clean. Fucking hell, Leo. Do you ever clean your ears?
That's so far in though.
Yeah, you can still go in. It's fine. You've got a camera.
Oh my
Fuck,
god.
this is mad.
Leo, man, that's.
Well, this is why my ear's blocked.
Ugh.
Yeah, I think you might need.
I don't know if I.
You might
So
need more help than just this.
If you're listening to this on the podcast, what I've bought is a Chinese ear cleaner thing, and we are now seeing the insides of Leo's ears, and it's basically fully blocked with like.
I don't know if
Blood
I'm the
and-
only one who's done this, but I've spent hours watching videos like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we're diversifying.
How the fuck? I can't find the
Leo
fucking
now
wax.
can't turn around the corner to see the rest of his ear.
Why is my ear got a cord? It's like a fucking U-bend in a toilet.
Maybe it's not so good. Get the big bit there, Leo.
It's huge.
That is a shoot. Come on, man.
Bit further.
You got to turn it left. You got to turn it upside down.
This is like. Do you remember Nightmare?
Oh
Oh my god, this is actual brain. This is grim.
Did we have anything else to talk about today?
This is,
gonna
no,
talk
this
about it
is
while you
the
make
new. This is the new weekly thing. Digging out what's in Leo's ear.
We're going to put this up. So listen, we're deciding we're going to stop the locals because we're too lazy and no one has it. And we're going to start a Patreon. And part
There's
of
going to be colonoscopies on it.
one of the Patreon only episodes is going to be
yeah.
Leo cleaning his ears
It's
weekly
just
basis.
inside three speech, literally.
Why can't I see around the
Oh, maybe you could put that down your Jap's eye.
Shotgun not doing it after Leo's done his fucking.
Don't worry, I got clean heads.
I ain't putting that thing anywhere. Oh, they dropped a bit in your
a
ear.
bit in my ear?
Go down your clean ear and see the difference.
Well,
Actually, has it made any difference?
yeah, I need to dig more.
Yeah, there's loads still. There's loads of ear gold.
Is there any wax in there?
I think so. Is that all
Yeah,
dark?
fucking hell, Leo.
Mate,
How
I
come I
think
can hear?
Do you ever clean your ears, Leo?
No, how do you clean your fucking ears?
With cotton buds and shit.
I think you've.
That's one of the conspiracy theories. That ears are self-cleaning. This is a man whose self-cleaning ears are not working. Evidently lies. The camera doesn't lie. Oh my god.
Oh, that's huge.
I've got other tools as well. Maybe you should use this one, but that would be so far down. Do you want to use the twisty thing?
Oh my god, get it. Oh, there's loads up there. Go further in.
Yeah, but I don't want to burst my fucking
Nah, you'll
eardrum
be
or
fine.
something.
You'll be fine, probably.
Yeah, it's fine. Oh, come on. That's a big bit. Oh my god.
Oh my.
Oh, you've missed it. This is like one of those crane games at
Yeah.
at the
Only the prize is deafness.
yeah. I've got other tools.
What other tools is there?
There's like
Is
various different spoons, and there's like a big long. But I don't know how.
Is it plastic? How come those ones are metal and this one's plastic?
I don't know. Actually, I'm not quite sure how it works. This one's got like a big thing at the end.
Oh my god, that's so good. Go on. Go on.
I think that's once you've I think that's once you've found out there's definitely in, then you use these tools.
Well, I think we can all say that there's definitely some in there.
This one's got like a twisty thing. Do you want to use one?
Tune in next week while Darius clips his toenails.
Can we? What else did we have to talk about
Nothing.
today?
This is all we're doing for the rest of the day.
Does everyone like my T-shirt?
Jesus, there's so much of this. This is going to get millions of views because this is what YouTube is for.
What, Leo cleaning his ears?
Yeah, man. I've been doing this podcast for nearly a year now, and I've never been more interested in anything we've done ever.
Is this the most?
This is the most interested I've never seen this done live.
Do you want to use?
It always looks like there's tons on it, but then you pull it out and it's just.
Do you want to
a
use the
bit.
spoon before you put the thing in?
What do you mean the spoon?
Use that.
What you put the spoon? Is that?
I don't fucking know. I'm not. Okay, wait, this. Use this. Use. I've got a.
The fuck, the spirally bit.
Yeah, use that. That one looks like
It's
it would
like
be.
the thing you get honey. It's like a thing you get honey out of.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Get the ear honey, but you might not be able to see it.
That's how you whisk eggs.
It's like a quail's egg.
Maybe this was a good buy. £20 from Amazon.
Really?
Oh, you've almost got it.
Bit further, Leo. You can do it.
I'm gonna Google how you're meant to do this.
Oh, yes.
I think I left a bit in there.
Yeah,
but
I think you touched the sides too much. Wait.
it's hard.
Yeah, it's because it's
So
upside
am I.
down, and it's upside down,
Jesus
and it's,
Christ, that's so close.
that is a
man.
really big lot.
There's so much. We're gonna be here. Tune in next week when we finally finished.
Can I borrow this, Darius?
Yeah,
I think you can have
I've
it
been
now.
deaf in this year for fucking.
yeah. You can have it.
I don't think Leo.
Hey, did you give
yours.
this a wipe? Did you give this a wipe before you gave it?
I gave you a clean head.
What fucking
I gave you a brand new one.
Oh,
So
nice.
there's a few. It comes with like 5 heads, but my ears aren't as disgusting.
That
as yours.
Fucking
is,
hair.
mate. I think that is. I've watched a lot of these. This is bad. I've watched a lot of these online, and this is really bad. I think you might
Feels
need to
big
go
bad.
to a doctor.
Well, this is a thing. Like when I go diving, there's always
In
like
what shit?
there's a doormat of because diving's great for it because it sloshes water.
Yeah, it looks like it's done wonders.
Well, I haven't been diving. in
Oh, I
ages.
forgot to say, Nico's not here this week because he's on the Coyote World Tour.
In Newcastle,
He's in Manchester.
and Edinburgh.
But he would have been. I can guarantee he'd be upset to miss this.
I think he'd be upset.
But that's black, Leo,
Mate,
man.
that
That's
is
black.
really bad.
It shouldn't be
Fuck, get
black.
it out.
You got to.
That's blood and stuff, man. That's just gone.
That's just silly.
Have you had an ear infection?
I think I've got one right now.
Well, this will help.
Yeah, mate. That is.
Use the spoon.
Clogged.
Use the honey picker.
No.
Oh wait, that is fuck. No wonder you can't hear shit.
Is this why you always shout?
Probably. Oh.
Oh, that's a big.
This is so grim.
I
love it.
In Bali. They did earwaxing in the candle. They stick a hot candle in your ear or something. And I thought it was going to be like relaxing, but it's actually quite disgusting. Well, look.
It's never ending.
Do you
So
feel
what
you
did
could?
your ears look like, Darius?
Not like that. I mean, I thought my ears were bad.
Here we
and
go.
then
Here we go.
Ow.
Does that hurt?
Yeah. I
Okay.
think.
We might be watching Leo go deaf in. Oh my god.
You keep dropping it in there.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Leo's like, there's not a lot. Can you show him that? Show that. No. There's quite a lot, man.
Yeah, there's a lot, bruv. I've seen him dig out 12 chunks in the last 5 seconds.
When's it gonna end?
Do you feel like you can hear any clearer?
No, because it's still blocked.
Man, you need to get it in the middle, and then, yeah. You need to break through. Like this is like this is like the Channel Tunnel, man. We're trying to.
What? There's a lot of immigrants going to run through.
I get far enough in, there's a little guy
Just like
in there waving.
a load of Syrians just coming through.
Oh, that's a big bit. Actually, I can't even drink my drink now. Wow.
There's hairs in it.
Yeah, your ear hair.
This is fucking rank.
Yeah.
Are we sure we want to show all of this, Mooch?
Look, I guarantee people like when the people stop watching bit,
Yeah.
it'll still be on here. People are, like anyone who's still watching, people when we chat, we should put this at the start.
Yeah. What, Leo cleaning his?
Leo cleans his ears.
All right.
Jesus Christ.
Let's put it on the start.
Sam.
Each scoop that Leo pulls out, is a year of his comedy career. How long it's been
listening
solidified.
to some shit jokes. Like these are all the shit jokes that are just caught up in your ear.
Why can I still not hear?
Because, man, you've just basically scraped the
You're not
margin.
listening, Leo. You really need to listen. I'd love if Leo becomes woke after this.
Yeah, maybe the words can finally get through.
Yeah, he's gonna like.
Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I was incorrect on those issues.
Oh my! This is 100%. You need to see a doctor, guys. Can you subscribe to our Patreon so we can pay for Leo to get?
Yeah, guys, we're gonna definitely go to.
The screen's frozen.
Oh yeah,
No,
well, that is a bit. Come on,
Mate,
man,
that's
you gotta get
fucked.
that. That is a fucking minefield. Come on.
But it's
Push it. Yeah.
It looks like fucking manure.
It smells like manure as well. For the listeners, listen. Just if you don't watch on YouTube, this is one that you need to see.
You have to watch this
to
shit.
see how disgusting.
If you're into pimple popping and ear excavations, there's no pimple popping, but this is generally one of the worst ear blockages I've ever seen.
I'm trying to think what other cool stuff I've got that I can bring in. I've got.
Do you have a home colostomy kit?
I got a Dermapen.
Well,
That's quite fun.
You've got a what do you call it, didn't you? Like with the thing where they stick water up your ass.
Yeah, colostomy.
Oh yeah, but I don't have that. That was Mooch's joke.
I don't. Yeah, he just wasn't listening.
It's a good
and
joke.
now we understand.
He wasn't listening. He just couldn't listen.
Yeah.
There's very much a difference.
Yeah.
Maybe you should try use one of the tools now to really scrape and then use that to.
Yeah. Is there?
I don't know if you can. If you
Leo, this is bad. I've seen a lot. This is bad.
I don't think you use these. Fucking hell. I think you need Leo. I think you need to break through with one. With
No.
one of the
I
tools.
think you need to see a professional, man.
Break through with one of the tools. Look, the metal tools.
No, I don't want to use a metal tool. Like throughout my life, there's always been people saying, "Oh, Leo, you should do this," and then I like fucking break a leg or something.
Yeah, that won't happen here. Not with old Darius. Darius would never let anything happen to you bad.
Listen, you can't get much deafer than you already are.
Yeah, I think you can.
Well, actually, you probably can, but you need
Jesus.
You need like to put like some sort of wax dissolvent.
Yeah, that's what I've been putting in my ears, and that's when they got blocked.
Oh, okay. Then you need to continue doing this.
Have you tried like
got pubes on the end of it?
I know it sounds extreme, but like Drano or something like that.
But why don't you use this? Don't push it in all the way.
Why don't you see a doctor immediately?
No, use the honeycomb and then just twist it and then pull it and it will come out. That's what it's for. And then use the camera. But just do this delicately and then use the camera and see if it
No.
That is,
Don't put this in delicately and then use the camera. Just get some professional help with this.
yeah, I'm gonna go to the doctor.
No, use this.
No, don't listen to.
Yeah, listen to me.
Yeah,
Use this. This is your friend. the honeycomb
that
thing.
is so blocked.
Man, you need to break it
Does
with
that
that,
hurt?
Leo.
Leo, if that's starting to hurt,
yeah.
use the honeycomb thing.
Use the honeycomb. You need to break.
No, Leo. If that's starting to hurt, just see a doctor because
With that thing, does it say use?
This one is got
listen,
like
it's fucking 20 quid off China Amazon.
It's
I
not.
don't
These
think...
have got like more sharper spoons.
Yeah,
Use this-
yes, some sharper. That's what I need. Push it near my brain.
No, just
The only sharp thing in there.
Keep it on the top though. Keep it on the top and then pull it because those are like.
Guys, I think I need to stop. The rest of this will be done.
Oh wait,
on
listen.
The Patreon.
Please, can you like and subscribe? Please, can you leave a review on iTunes, whatever podcast, Amazon, whatever you listen to us on.
Not on Amazon.
Listen, what have you got in this episode with the in-depth discussions?
It's been a great app, I think.
And we've got Leo's disgusting. He's risk deafness, right? For you.
Yeah.
And what do we ask? Nothing.
Well, yeah, we asked for some money.
We haven't actually asked. Listen, we're giving up on locals because we've decided it's too much of a palaver. We will set up a genuine Patreon.
Yeah.
We will do Patreon episodes.
And we will give the 40 people who've signed up to our locals the Patreon service as well, so we can put them in free so they don't feel...
Yeah, and we'll give something to you. I tell you what, The winner can get some of Leo's earwax.
I was just thinking that we should Leo. The winner gets to just break through.
Yeah, I can't wait till I get that breakthrough moment.
Yeah.
Oh, but you got to record it. We're not going to see that. That's what I wanted to see.
Let's go to a doctor where they can record it.
I'll screen record it.
Let's screen record it. All right. Leo's good. So that will be a Patreon exclusive. Leo will screen record that.
Cleaning out of Leo's
we
ears.
will save the point where he breaks through like fucking Calais meeting Dover in the middle of the ocean. That is when we'll see it. And
I think I can hear a bit more now.
yeah. Well, you should be able to. You've put half your brain out.
Keep talking.
You should be able to. You've moved half your brain out.
Trans women are real women. Do you hear that?
Yeah, I can hear that. Trans women are real women.
There we go.
Although, what's a woman? It's the thing. Like, trans women are women. What's a woman? Oh, we don't know. I'm not a biologist.
What's a man?
Yeah, what's a woman? What's a man? It's a completely meaningless statement if you can't define what a woman is.
I tell you what. I tell you what's not trans.
Is someone
your
who
earwax.
believes and feels like they're a woman.
Fair enough.
So, and what's a woman?
That's what.
Fair enough. Can't be bothered to get into that debate.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for listening to another episode of a thrilling free speech podcast. Next week, Nico, I think we're all back next week. We should all be back. And we might be joined by special guest, conspiracy theorist extraordinaire, Mr. Antonio Moresi. He might
one of the funniest men in comedy, and it's a savage indictment on the industry that he had to quit. So
why did he quit? Well, we'll find out next week.
Yeah, and we're going to have a conspiracy off. What are his favourite conspiracy theories? So that should be an exciting episode. Anyway, thanks again. This has been a thrilling episode of... And we never talked about your trip to Miami, but...
Oh, yeah, I went to Miami Bitcoin conference. It was great.
Cool. Did you have anything nice to eat?
Some nice chicken wings.
Yeah, nice chicken wings in Miami. Thank you so much. Goodbye.
My ear hurts. Bye.